have on the board, as you can see, is common entrance math problem solving. So the idea is to help you develop the necessary understanding and skill that is required to solve every kind of math question or problem you will come across in your common entrance. And I believe I'll be able to guide you properly because of my much experience with common entrance pupils. So I would like you to sit tight, follow the video as we deal with the topics one after the other. The focus is problem solving. So we are starting with simple equation. Simple equation is a very important topic because the skill and idea you will develop here will be used in some other topics like finding the angle inside a triangle. But for now, let's begin with a simple equation. So we have here, find the value of t and t plus 7 equal 43. You have t plus 7 equals 43. Now, in order to solve this simple equation, there are several methods one can approach this kind of a question. But one of the most basic and important method is the method of balancing the equation. The method of cancelling out. And the principle behind that method is whatsoever you do on the left hand side of the equation, you do the same thing on the right hand side of the equation. Now, what I am looking for is my t. So, I am going to remove this what? 7. How to remove this 7 is to say t plus 7 minus 7. Then because I've placed minus 7 on the left hand side, I will equally place minus 7 on the right hand side. So I have t, 7 minus 7 is 0, of course, equal to 43 minus 7. What does it give us? It gives us 36. So you can see, this is exactly the solution to this. To some people, you need to carry 7 to the other side, which is to what? Which is to collect the like terms. Still the same thing. What is important is for you to cancel this 7 so that you can find your t. Thank you. The last question on a simple equations. I have practically considered different kind of ways these questions can come. I have picked different questions, up to 7. So let's see this final one. We have 2 into bracket a plus 3 then equal to 17. Now this question is introducing something different from every other question, which is your bracket. Okay. Now what I'm going to tell you is that whenever you have a bracket like this, the idea of bracket in mathematics always implies multiplication. At least at this level of your mathematics, it implies multiplication. Do you get that? So when you have a number or an expression outside the bracket, you use it to multiply the numbers or expression inside the bracket. When you do that, you open up the bracket, or you remove the bracket and open up the equation. So we have 2 times a, that gives us 2a, plus 2 times 3, that gives us 6, and then you still have your 17 here. So my next approach will be to cancel expressions on the left and right. So I want to cancel this 6 because I'm looking for a. So I'll have 2a plus 6 minus 6, 17 minus 6. Of course, I have introduced, now some of you might introduce plus 6 plus 6. Now if you introduce plus 6, you have 2a plus 6 plus 6 That is 12, which is not correct. The reason is because you want to cancel this 6. So you have to introduce minus. If you introduce minus, 6 minus 6 gives you 0. You have successfully cancelled the 6. But if you introduce plus, you discover that 6 plus 6 is 12. So you did not cancel the 6. In fact, you have increased the number, which becomes a bigger problem. So it is wise you place your minus 6 here and you place your minus 6 here. And then you have 2a, 6 minus 6 is 0. We have equal to 17 minus 6, that is 11. So you divide by 2. So you have 2a divided by 2, 11 divided by 2. So what do you have? 2 cancel 2. You have a equal to 11 over 2. This is an improper fraction because the denominator is small compared to the numerator. So I'm going to convert it to a mixed number. How many times can 2 go in 11? That should be 5 times because 2 times 5 is 10. So 11 minus 10 is 1. Remainder 1. You have 5 whole number, 1 over 2. So that becomes our value, our answer A, our option A. So finally, what I'm going to say on this is that the only intuitive thing here is, how do I know whether to add minus 6 or plus 6 in order to cancel? Well, the best way to master that particular thought is to solve as many questions as possible. Once you have understood these things, you have gotten the skill. Math is learned best when you practice. Practice leads you to perfection. So when you solve so many questions, you come to develop that idea on what number to introduce to cancel number on the left and on the right. Thank you. So my name still remains Mr. Shedrack, here to guide you on how to develop the understanding and skill for being a good math problem solver at this level. So we continue. This time around, our focus is general. When I mean general, it simply means we can pick questions from any topic, but we are looking at questions that are a little bit tricky. So let's see. Simplify square root of 41 square minus 1,600. Now, how do we approach a question like this? Square root of 41 square minus 1,600. What is important here is to, when you have questions like this that you actually did not know what to do, it's good you start by dealing with the little details inside the question that you are cleared about. Then as you keep dealing with them, you begin to arrive at the particular solution to the question. So what I'm going to do is the first thing is to know what 41 square is. 41 square simply means 41 times 41. So we do that by the side. 41 square is 41 times 41. And what is 41 times 41? We do that by the side. 1 times 1, 1. 1 times 4, 4. 4 times 1, 4. 4 times 4, that is 16. That is 1861. So 1681. Then we now have square root of our 41 square will now be replaced with 1681, then minus 1600. So what do we have? 1681 minus 1600, that should be 81. What is the square root of 81? Our answer becomes 9, because 9 times 9 gives us 81.